Welcome to Level Up with Winnie Sun.
Well, happy Monday, and thank you so much for tuning in as we make our way to Thanksgiving. If you're joining us on replay, let me know by commenting the word replay so I'll catch your view. And if you're joining us live, welcome to the show. Please take a moment to comment and most importantly, I want to know where you're joining me from today. I'm joining you from beautiful Southern California, and my family and I had, let me tell you, the most amazing weekend. We had a great weekend hiking in the local mountains, and I think it's just so nice to get out into nature and to breathe that fresh air. And even in Southern California, we can find areas where the tree leaves actually change colors. It's actually really, really awesome. For those of you who are joining me from other parts of the country, we often don't have trees changing leaf color. So we have to drive, I think we drove almost 2 hours to the destination, but it was totally worth it. The kids had so much fun. Also, this weekend, I had so much fun making pizza from scratch. You heard it. That's true. Actually, it's actually not that difficult a thing and so much more fun. So if you haven't done so already, I would suggest trying. Making pizza from scratch is pretty awesome. I see Cross X Fighter joining us from YouTube, and let me know, have you ever made pizza from scratch? And if so, I'd be really curious to see what toppings you prefer on your pizza. And on that note, why don't you guess what you think I would have on my pizza? Because, I don't know, maybe even pizza for Thanksgiving. Okay, maybe not a good idea. Maybe turkey pizza? Okay, maybe not. Okay, let's continue with this show. So let's look at what happened in the financial markets today. Well, let me tell you, my friends, today was a triple hit. I don't even know what that means in sports terms, but let me tell you, in the financial markets, this is what it means. The Dow closed up 327 points. The NASDAQ also up 25 points, and the S&P 500, my friends, up also 20 big points. So we'll take it. We'll take it for what it is, especially this very special holiday weekend. I don't know about you, but some of you, some of you even have your kids at home. They're not even in school this week, right? My kids are still in school until the middle of the week, but this is a week to celebrate. And so let's talk about overall the financial markets, very positive news, but what actually made the financial market do so well today? Well, today's big news included President-elect Joe Biden's announcement that Janet Yellen, our previous Fed chair, has been chosen as his Treasury Secretary. This is a big news. This is a historic decision, as she'll be the first woman to lead the department, as we know just how rare it is in the financial industry to have a woman in charge. So politically, Janet Yellen is seen as a safe choice and is likely to be embraced by the Republican majority Senate, since when she was Fed chair, not that long ago, she was known for improving the job market and for historically low interest rates, which Americans certainly appreciate. I don't know about you, but I love the idea of an improving job market as we go into 2021. And certainly low interest rates, those of you who haven't refinanced yet or who are looking to buy another home or even a new car, that's probably welcome news to you as well. On other news today, lots of talk about a 4-day work week. Many Americans are saying, yes, please. In fact, a recent survey shared on CNBC showed that 74% of office workers support a 4-day work week. I actually love the idea. With the pandemic upon us, companies are seeing desire from their employees for flexible schedules. Work from home options accelerated as people embrace work-life balance and efficiency. I love the idea. Imagine having a 3-day weekend every weekend. That would be amazing, right? It would be so great. And in fact, those of you watching, let me know, Roland, what do you think about 4-day week week? I think I actually love the idea. So you may in fact see this trend continue. And the question is, will it continue into your workplace? The CNBC article actually referenced that the new offices of tomorrow will look like more open spaces, places to rest, more separation between coworkers. So say goodbye to those way too close cubicles. I'm actually glad about that trend. I was not a fan of like those super close cubicles. In fact, I remember when I was working with DreamWorks Animation in 2005, I loved their studios. Everything was beautiful, but the one thing that I didn't love was that the cubicles were too close. I felt like, you couldn't even stretch really. You couldn't even sneeze. Like somebody right next to you could feel you. It was like that close. So certainly this is welcome news to make employees, welcome news to employees. But, I gotta say, and those of you who are watching, maybe you could ask as well, can we also cue the stock market on this, on their end? Because let me tell you, I would totally embrace the 4-day work week, and I'm sure my employees would as well. But, the stock market's open 5 days a week, and therefore I have to work 5 days a week, and therefore my team has to work 5 days a week. So maybe we can all come together and agree on a 4-day week trading schedule too, so the rest of my team can have this 4-day work week option too. So that's what I'm thinking. Now let's move on to, because there's so much more news. Now let's move to what all of you are online for. Okay, maybe not all of you, because some of you are watching my show, so thank you so much. But many Americans are busy online shopping this week, as doorbusters now, at least this year, are a thing of the past. In fact, many stores actually continue to stay closed, and even the word doorbusters, quote unquote, has disappeared from many shopping ads. It's all about online shopping this year, and retailers are getting aggressive with giving shoppers a great deal and enticing them to help them reduce costs, and by asking consumers to do curbside pickup. I love this concept of curbside pickup. In fact, how many of you, I'd love to hear your experience with this. How many of you have this holiday season, or maybe sometime during this pandemic, order something online and gone to curbside pickup? I love curbside pickup. I think this is so efficient, such a good use of time, and more importantly, really budget friendly, because when you're at home, you can really identify what your needs are and what your wants are. And so therefore you don't overspend and you don't buy too many groceries that you can't fit in the fridge. It was like so crazy. So consumers seem to be just fine with this, and the demand continues to be high. In fact, for gaming consoles, and some of you might actually see this. Actually, I saw, the line for many of these retailers were off the chart. So many cars in the parking lot, and they're all waiting for, I guess, this new PlayStation 5 and many other electronics. Are you out there to buy the PlayStation 5? It's not going to be something in my household because, our kids are, happy enough with their Switch. But I know a lot of people are still looking at the PlayStation 5. A lot of people are also looking at the new Apple Watch, an electronic budget, if you will, that people are spending. So how should you get through this holiday season with the best deal? I thought I would talk about this a little bit because a lot of my clients, a lot of people have been asking, and I want to make sure that I'm here to help you. So actually, you know what? Take a moment and message me what you're shopping for this holiday season. And let's have a little fun with that. And what I would like you to also do is to tag the retailer where you're hoping the sale comes from. Because you never know, you never know who sees your message. And let me tell you, a lot of people see our show and our messages. So we can always dream a little bit. But the best savings tip I'm going to give you is actually this one. To ask yourself before each purchase, is this a want or is this a need? If it's truly a need, then one of the best tips I have is to start with is to let the deal come to you. You know how like back in the day when, you were in high school or maybe younger and you had a crush on someone, right? And you really liked this other person, but you were too afraid to tell them that you really in your heart, you really care for somebody. So, you would maybe write notes or you would try to talk to them and whatnot. But someone would say, you know what? One of the strategies is to be hard to get and be really good at just being happy and being the most successful person that you can be. And then that person will notice and that person will like you. Well, that's the same sort of concept with what I'm going to share with you now. So you want to have the deal come to you. So let's say there's something that you've been eyeing to buy. Let's say it's this, I don't know, this Instapot, right? You don't have Instapot. If you have an Instapot, you know why they're so amazing. I have one, change the way I cook, right? What you want to do is you set an alert on Google, on Slick Deals, or even on eBay when an Instapot deal is announced. This way, you don't need to go to all the different various retailer websites to hunt for your deal, because that actually increases your being exposed to impulse shopping, which is never a good thing. And then once you found the place with the ideal deal, because the deal has now been sent to you either via email or or maybe even phone text, then what you want to do is you want to visit a website that monitors what I call the stack. So check out a website. I have no relationship with them, but check out cashbackmonitor.com. Right now, if you remember anything from today's show, I definitely want you to jot this down. Cashbackmonitor.com is awesome. So this is a site that enables you to see if you can pair up your purchase with a shopping portal to give you that extra cash back or even airline miles for your regular purchase. So for example, let's say I was looking for, I don't know, we're talking about PlayStation. So let's say you were looking for that PlayStation, right? And it's at Best Buy. Well, what you could do is go to Cashback Monitor, type in Best Buy, and see if they have a cashback offer for a credit card that you already own, or at an airline portal that airline that you already fly, you could earn miles on that purchase. It doesn't change the price that you pay for that purchase, and you're just getting extra benefits from that purchase. So maybe even makes you feel a little less guilty on that dishwasher or whatever else that you need in your life. And that's really what I call the stack. And that is a smart way to manage your money. And lastly, if you're paying by credit card, you also want to check your card app, your credit card app, on your phone, to see if there are any additional offers from that retailer. So Chase has this, a lot of Amex, like all of the credit card companies are doing this, and even more so because of the holidays. And that, my friends, is a shopping stack. All right, so earlier today on Fox News, reporter Mike Meback asked me about year-end car deals. Now, as you know, in the past, the last part of the year was a great time to negotiate a deal on a new or used vehicle. Is that the same now? Unfortunately, no. It's all about supply and demand. So as a report was shared by Edmunds, the car website estimates that the average discount on a new vehicle, October 2020, last month, compared to a year ago, was about 23% lower than the previous year. That means that if you had bought the car last year, you would have saved much more on that car than if you were to buy it this year. And unfortunately, this November, which is where we're at right now, is primed to be the same. And I expect next month to be the same as well. So there just isn't a lot of inventory. So instead of offering nice year-end discounts and rebates to clear out older inventory, many automakers and dealerships are actually having a hard time resupplying the cars on their lots. So actually, if you have a car you're looking to unload, this actually would be good news for you, as it's certainly a seller's market in the car industry right now. Definitely not a buyer's market. So tell me, are you actually looking for a new car? Actually, I'm not, as I just got my car last year. But I may decide to sell the car that I replaced last year pretty soon. So lots to think about. Could be a good decision for me before year end. And now onto the area of vaccines. Because yes, there's more positive news here as a third vaccine proves to be a viable candidate for coronavirus spread. The company AstraZeneca and the University of Oxford have developed a new coronavirus vaccine that is also being touted as being highly protective. And here's the best part. It's potentially going to be much more affordable and easier to distribute versus other vaccine candidates. And according to preliminary reports, the clinical trials show that AstraZeneca vaccine had an average efficacy of 70% in protecting against the virus. So you're thinking 70% when it doesn't sound as good as 95% from last week. So this percentage from a vaccine manufacturer, medical experts such as Dr. Fauci had shared publicly months ago would be seen as positive, as pretty good, actually maybe even good enough as we tackle this pandemic. Researchers further added that the success rate could be as high as 90% by tweaking the dosage amount, since the efficacy of this vaccine is still currently lower than what was reported from Pfizer as well as Moderna earlier this month. So the race continues to get people a safe, successful, cost-effective, and easy to distribute vaccine for the entire world. So this is another reason why the market is doing so well today. All right, my friends. Well, join me tomorrow because we're going to talk trending news and financial news, of course, that you can use. And please continue to send me your questions and comments by just responding here, or you can even email them to me on our website. Because your questions, let me tell you, we're getting so many of them. Your questions are helping so many during this very, very challenging and interesting time. And thank you so much for watching, for supporting our program, and of course, sharing the program this holiday season. Do me a favor and just hit share. Share it on your social, share with a friend, maybe someone that you love that could use some of the news that we share today. And actually, I see one of the questions that Cross-X Spider asked me today, how it was like when I was working with DreamWorks Animation. So I actually didn't work at DreamWorks Animation, actually helped them when they were publicly traded and they had a stock option plan. And I would meet with executives and employees across the board and help with their financial questions. And let me tell you, I continue to do that now. I still work with a lot of employees at DreamWorks, and it is certainly one of my most favorite things to do. Actually, I just love working with people in general as they build financial wealth. So, we definitely don't discriminate. If you are in that path, you have financial assets, you have retirement savings, and you just want to have a second opinion to get you from where you are financially to where you want to be in the future, then definitely reach out. I'm sure we would love to engage and have a conversation with you. So be well. I can't wait to see you again tomorrow. Okay, my friends, take care. I'll see you soon.